The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Looking to throw right away is Watson.
And his first pass is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. the Bengals at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, here's Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Raiders are out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. After the interception, here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. DJ Reader with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Burrow looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
These two teams all tied after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Watson off play action. On the move to his left.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Watson. There's Trimble, the tight end.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bengals have regained the lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This pass complete, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Panthers about ready to take over. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Trey Hendrickson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he returns this to the 22. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath.
If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow, another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Able to find Higgins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Again, it's Burrow.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Burrow will throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10.
Now it's Burrow. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Dante Jackson picks it.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Watson got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. A final shot before the break. Watson
over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, and it's the Chargers who are on top in the second quarter. Justin Herbert with a touchdown pass. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Nelson Aguilar, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. In that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Burrow looking to pass. Complete. Smith has it. 7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 51 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And McPherson on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Watson off play action. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Watson.
This is intercepted.
And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And out now, here come the Bengals. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 43. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive.
To about the 48-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. It's caught. Smith. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Man open left side is Brown.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Able to slither by.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll go again here with Akers.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Watson.
That caught by Tremble. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On third down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Watson.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Watson.
There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Watson.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Laviska Shenault
from 3 yards out.
And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And this is incomplete.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Mixon on the toss right. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. On 3rd down, Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now it's Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
3rd and 2, now Burrow.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixing up the middle.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down. Here's Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He will push his way down to about the 14. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown, Bengals!
Jamar Chase
from 6 yards away.
And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson.
Over the middle, he's got Chenault.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return is Williams. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 14.
That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's complete right side to Asiasi. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To the air again, Burrow. And it's caught.
And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mixon is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Burrow. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Game in hand. The offense takes the knee. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense, and what I mean by that is